be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time, behold, one came up to Jesus, saying, "Teacher, what good deed must I do to have eternal life?" And he said to him, "Why do you ask me about what is good? One there is who is good. If you would enter life, keep the commandments." He said to him, "Which?" And Jesus said, "You shall not kill. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness. Honor your father and mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself." The young man said to him, "All these I have observed. What do I still lack?" Jesus said to him, "If you would be perfect, go, sell what you possess and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me." When the young man heard this, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. The Gospel of the Lord. Brothers and sisters, once more we have a gospel in two parts. A young man comes to Jesus and he asks him a question, the same question that burdens our hearts, or at least as the faithful that should burden our hearts. What can I do? What can I do to gain eternal life? On that final day, what can I do to hear those words, "Well done, my good and faithful servant, enter into your Father's reward"? And Jesus, of course, points out to him the commandments. You shall not kill, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, honor your father and mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Difficult commandments, to be sure, commandments that we struggle with each and every day of our lives in greater or smaller ways. But this young man says to Jesus, "I've done all of that." And I must confess, I'm a little envious of this young man for being so committed, so driven, so passionate to have fulfilled all the commandments. But something is lacking. All these I have observed. What do I still lack? The young man feels it in his heart. There is something missing. If there wasn't, he wouldn't have come to Jesus. Something doesn't sit right. Jesus, being Jesus, picks up on it immediately. If you would be perfect. There is something missing. He's not perfect. If you would be perfect, go and sell what you possess and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. Now, there are many ways to interpret that passage. An interesting way is this. I was having a debate with one of my friends. He is an atheist, and he is a strong proponent of communism. And he said to me, "You see, Dave," quoting this scripture, because atheists know their Bible too, "You see, Dave, Jesus was a communist. He believed in the radical redistribution of resources." And we had a long debate about this. But ultimately, Jesus, first of all, is not a communist, because communism is a socio-political ideology. But most importantly, this passage, although it alludes to, is not fundamentally about the radical redistribution of resources, but more to how we are disposed to those resources. What is our internal disposition to the things that we possess, to the things that we have? How attached are we to them, and do they either help or hinder our progress towards the kingdom of heaven? Does what I have in my life, the material goods, the possessions that I surround myself with, does that help grow my spiritual life, mature my faith? Does it make me a better person and drive me closer and closer towards a deeper relationship with the Lord my God? Or does it distract me? Does it take me away from that? Does it harm my spiritual life? What is my disposition towards my material goods? That's one way, and I feel an interesting way, a very relevant, vibrant way of interpreting this answer from Jesus, this answer to what is lacking inside this young man. And Jesus hits the nail on the head, because the young man goes away, and he goes away sad. Why? Because he had a great abundance of possessions and was obviously very attached to them. So much so that he could not trade them for eternal life. His possessions were a hindrance to his spiritual growth, to his spiritual life. And so we must ask ourselves, dear brothers and sisters, what do I have in my life? What do I collect around me that may hinder my own spiritual growth and my own spiritual life? A very simple question, but a very difficult one to confront, because it makes us look at ourselves genuinely and honestly. The things that I accumulate around me, the things that give me pride and pleasure, do those help my spiritual life? What kind of person do they turn me into? If Jesus Christ came to me tomorrow and said, "Give all of this up and follow me," would I be able to do it? And if I say, yes, sure, of course, is that an academic yes? Is that an academic answer? Or is it a real one? A personal one, a deep one? Am I ready and willing to give up everything for Jesus Christ? I encourage each and every one of us to consider that all-important question, because it is the answer to what must I do to inherit eternal life. Amen.